Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a very exciting video. In today's video I am going to be doing a tutorial on this really pretty flower chain bracelet. If you are new here, I am Lit Rosie, and on this channel I do tutorials on friendship bracelets and many other videos like about friendship bracelets basically. So yeah, just today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this really pretty bracelet. So let's begin. So for this bracelet, you will need 3 colors. So I actually have this one, a gradient string. You do not have to use a gradient string. But for mine, with a gradient string, basically the gradient string would be the outside, like the stem part basically of the flower. Then I generally use a darker color for the petals and then a light color for the inside. So I have a gradient string, a blue, and a pink. So that's what I'll be going by in the tutorial, but you just translate to that for whatever colors you're using. If you're using just all solid colors, basically it'll just be any color for the stem and any color for the petal and any color for the center. You can use any colors you want, so it really doesn't matter, but that's the colors I'm using. And to cut your strings, I would make sure that your stem color, the outside, is your longest string. Cut it a little longer than what you would normally do. I generally cut about a wingspan's length and add a few inches on, like maybe 2 inches or 3 inches. So for my outline string, I would add like 1 more inch onto that. I know I said add 1 inch to the outline string, but I would definitely add a few more inches to the outline string because you don't want to run out. And then to cut these two, I just do a wingspan's length and add a little bit extra. I just like to have the extra string on the end. You don't have to do that, but that's how I do it. So I will go ahead and cut my strings, and then I will see you when that is done. Okay, so I have all of my strings cut. You just need 3 simple strings. And I'm going to take my outline one and fold it in half first. So I have 2 ends. I should have 2 ends at the end, and then a little loop at the top, a little loop of string. And then I'm going to take my other 2 colors and I'm going to unravel them first. But I'm going to put the pink and the blue string together, both ends together, and then I'm going to fold them in half. So once you get them folded in half, you should have 2 strings of each color at the bottom and then a loop of them at the top. And since you folded your outline strings separately, take the loop end and put them together at like the top of the string. And then you'll put them together. The reason why I do this is because I want the outline strings on both sides to be even, so then you don't have like one side is shorter and one side is longer. If you've made a bracelet before, you'll understand, but that's just why I do that. So like you can see that my pink and blue strings are a little bit shorter than my outline. So I just keep that folded in half, and then I want to take my finger, because we're making a loop for this bracelet, I want to take my finger and put my nail right there, and then put this right here on my desk. You do need to have tape on hand, and I don't think I have that, so let me go grab some. Okay, so I've got my bracelet taped down in the place that I marked with my nail, and now I'm going to take the outline string and I'm going to do a forward knot. I will be going over how to do these knots in this video, but I will not be going over every single time I do one of the knots. It's just going to be one time. If you need help on the knots or anything, I do have a basic knots tutorial where I explain them in more detail, so you can go look at that. But basically, we're going to make a forward knot. You make a 4 shape, and then you take this end of the string, pull your strings up, and then put this end of the string right through here, right through the hole basically, and then you pull it through, and you should have this like little loop, and you tighten it. And now we have to make a backward knot. So we're going to do a backwards 4, and then we're going to bring it through the hole basically like we did with the forward knot and do that. This is not actually a forward knot or a backward knot. This is a forward backward knot, so we do half of each knot and the loop. But you will continue to do that 4 shape and then pulling the string through, and then do the backwards 4 shape and pull the string through. You will do that around 16 or 17 times. So yeah, 16 or 17 times. So I will go ahead and do that. Okay, so I have finished the loop. I did 17 knots, so it just depends on your knotting style. If you tied looser knots, I would tie less knots at the top. But you can see how it kind of forms into a shape like that. But to get it enclosed, we have to do one more step. So tape it down. Don't mind the dog hairs, but just tape it down and take the same string that you're using for your loop, bring it out from the other ones. You're going to do the same 4 shape and the same backwards 4 shape that you did in the loop. My tape is loosening up, but there you should have your loop finished. So now I'm going to show you how to do the actual bracelet. I need to get new tape. Okay, so I have my loop here done. I'm going to separate my strings onto 2 different sides. So I'm going to take my outline string, one of my blue strings, and one of my pink strings, because you should have 2 of each. Then I'm going to take the same thing, one of my outline strings, one of my blue strings, and one of my pink strings on both sides. So what you want to do first is take your petal color of the flower, so this like pink shade, but it's blue for me, and you're going to tie any knot you want in the center. I'm going to be doing a forward knot, so I will just show you how to do that. You make the 4 shape like you did in your loop, and you pull the string through and you tie it. Except for this time it's a little bit different. You don't actually do the backward 4, you do the same 4 and you pull the string through like you just did. And there you have made your first knot. Now you have 2 strings on this side and 2 strings on this side. So on the 2 strings on this side, you're going to do another forward knot that you just did to tie the blue strings together, but it's going to be on both of these 2 strings. Then you're going to move that to the side and take the blue string and these other 2 strings and tie a backward knot, which is the backwards 4, and then you pull the string through the loop. And you'll just do that twice. So the backwards 4 twice. So you should have those knots completed. Now you want to take your inside of the flower string. For me, it's pink. And you're going to tie any knot you want. A forward knot or a backward knot. I am doing a forward knot. So now you have these 2 blue strings and the pink string in the middle. So you're going to take your outline string and your pink string and put them together on both sides, but keep your blue string out, because on the right side, you're going to do a backward knot, onto both of those strings. And then on the left side, take your outline string, your petal string, and your pink inside string, and you're going to do a forward knot. So the forwards 4 shape on the left side, and on the right side, backwards 4 shape. So now you have these 2 blue strings in the center and your other 2 strings on the outside. So you can tie these together in any knot. I just do a forward knot because that's the knot that I like the most. But you should have your first little flower done. So there you go. Now we are going to do the separating part, which isn't very difficult. It's very similar to the way we made the loop. So you're going to take your outline string and have the pink and the blue string together and do a half of a forward knot. So just tie the forwards 4 shape and then the backwards 4 shape. And this is only for the left side. I will show you what to do on the right side. And we will tie 5 of these knots. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5 knots on the left side. Now you're basically going to do the same thing, just on a different side. So you did forward, backward knots on this side, the 4 shape, and then the backward 4 shape. So now you're going to do backward, forward knots on the right side. So backwards 4 shape, so do that knot, and then you're going to do the forwards 4 shape. And you'll be doing that 5 times again. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically you would be repeating your bracelet from here on out. That is basically it. You have 5 knots on each side, and then now after this step you would be doing the flower again. But I'm going to show you how to do the flower, like how to connect it. It's not anything crazy because basically you're just doing the same exact thing that you did under the loop. So you'll take both of these 2 strings out and take your petal strings in the middle and do any knot you want. I'm tying a forward knot. So you don't really have to, it's not very difficult to connect those strings in the center, but basically there you have it. You have your first little connection thing. And then you can take the 2 strings on the right side and tie a forward knot with your blue string onto it. Then take the 2 strings on the left side and tie a backward knot onto them. And then do your little centerpiece. Take your 2 pink strings in the middle and tie any knot you want. I'm doing a forward knot. And then you put the outline string and the pink string together, tie a forward knot on the left side with your blue string, and then take those away. Then go on to the right side and tie a backward knot with your blue string. And then you can move both the outline and the pink string away and tie any knot you want in the middle with the blue string. I'm doing a forward knot. But yeah, then you'll just do the little outline string thing again and repeat those steps until you have a finished bracelet. And I'll see you when this one is done so you can see the finished product. Alright, so I finished the bracelet. I did do 11 flowers, but you can do however many you want. You can cut your strings even longer and make an anklet if you would like. It just depends on what you want to do. But yeah, here are all my flower chain bracelets. I made 6 of them. I made 5 in one day, and then I made 1 in like 30 minutes. So yeah, I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!